In my previous video, I've talked about the color science from both the Canon and Sony cameras, in this case the Sony A7 III and the Canon EOS R. And for photos, you know, if you shoot in RAW and you put a little preset on it, things will look exactly the same. There is no real difference. So in terms of photos, the difference in color science is just, it's not even a discussion. But for video, things are a little bit different. Here is again a little side-by-side footage from the Sony and Canon. In this case again the Canon EOS R and Sony A7 III side by side, and you know, these are just test footage, so nothing very special. Just check it out. After that, we're gonna discuss this topic further. Alright, as you saw, there is some real differences, right? And just straight out of camera, the Canon looks better than the Sony. I have to admit that. The Sony has that little weird purple, red kind of fringing going on, especially when you see those gray areas, or like my gray sweatshirt, my gray hoodie. Things on the Sony side looks a little bit like purple. I don't know why, but the Canon looks very like contrasty, but the colors that are coming from the Canon looks more real to real life. Looks more, it represents real life, but it's a little bit too contrasty, a little bit too digital. But if you look at the log files, and you know, S-Log, I really don't like S-Log from my Sony cameras. I just don't, and usually I shoot in HLG, which I'm filming right now, and HLG is just much easier to work with, and also the base ISO starts for 100 instead of 800 or something like that. So to me, you know, having a more clean image and more cinematic image straight out of camera is more important than in post. But then again, if you look at S-Log versus the Canon C-Log, C-Log is just much easier to work with in terms of just not even only like color science, but just an overall working with the files. S-Log doesn't work for me. HLG is the best in terms of what I'm used to and how it works, compared also to C-Log. C-Log is just much easier to work with, you know, it's just much easier and much faster. But then again, if you look at the footage, also in this little setup, I'm now filming on the Sony A7 III and the Canon EOS R, just side by side as well. Then you can also see that there is slight difference and that the Sony looks sharper, you know, but Canon is also doing a very great job. So in the end, which one is the better one? Like in terms of straight out of camera, I have to give it to the Canon. But if you want to like do things in log and stuff like that, C-Log from Canon is just a way much easier to work with file. But yeah, Sony A7 III is more a all-round kind of camera. But in terms of just video, how it looks, so talking about color science, I have to give it to Canon in video. Alright, that's all guys. Thank you again for watching. This is just a short little comparison video and more as a personal kind of video. I'm just testing things out, which one looks better, which one is much easier to work with. But then again, you know, I'm shooting on a Sony A7 III like always, and I'm very used to it and how it works, and also the way that I set up the camera in HLG and my little LUTs and presets and stuff like that. It really looks good to me, but also good to you, I think. Alright, so yeah, that's all guys. Thank you again for watching. Subscribe to the channel to find out or to see my full review of the Canon EOS R. So far I'm having like mixed feelings about it. I have really strong mixed feelings. And that's actually quite weird, right? To have some kind of feelings about a camera. And as you see in the back, I got a little budget camera over there that I'm going to review as well, the Panasonic G7. And you know, let's find out in other videos what's coming up. So, but then again, thank you. Stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, wear a mask if you need in your location, in your area. And I'll be seeing you in the next one. Good luck.